Hello and welcome to Ivy Gaming, where I, as always, drip feed you content. Today I'm going to be showing you Dungeon of the Endless. It's a roguelike tower defense mashup by Amplitude, who also do probably my favourite turn-based strategy game of all time. But today we're talking about Dungeon of the Endless. I'll tell you now, this game has a beautiful, beautiful music, and I absolutely adore its art style. It is, however, a little bit confusing. The tutorial doesn't explain things very well, and a lot of people, I feel, get turned off for the game before they've even had a chance to give it some proper time. So what I'm going to do is show you how I play, and I play it on nice and too easy so I can take my time and not mess things around. It has a ton of different options. It has co-op mode, it has all kinds of stuff, and I love the art style. It's all 8-bit, but it's really cute. These are Team Fortress 2 characters who got unlocked a while ago. Now, who you start off with normally is you start off with Max and Sarah. I'm going to make it a little bit more random. Now, what you should actually, I'll explain the way through the character select. So, in this game, the most important thing for you to have is someone who can carry the crystal. I'll explain what the crystal is as we get into the game, but you want someone who's quick and agile and has a decent amount of speed, and preferably the type of guy who can escape from places and run off. And also, you use them to go exploring. Then you want someone who's going to sit back and look after your modules. Now what they do is they generate you the resources you use to upgrade and to buy things. So those are people with lots of wit, like Professor Joss Entello, who's I think got the highest wit in the game, but he's really good. Then you generally want some more people to be standing defense, or so on and so forth. And there's some different strategies you can bounce around with from there. You can only use 2 heroes, and then you get 2 more during the way of the game. Once you've unlocked them, I would generally always recommend getting at least 1 hero who can open doors and 1 hero who can go scampering. So make it a bit of a mix-up. I'm going to take the Pyro from Team Fortress 2, and I'm going to take the Engineer from Team Fortress 2, because not everyone's seen them. They're pretty new and they're quite fun. And we're going to play the Escape Pod, which is the basic level. You can unlock a lot of other different missions by doing different options and things. But to teach you the basics, we probably should keep it just with the basics. We'll see how it goes from there. I have a couple of guests with me, various people in TeamSpeak who'll ask me questions, maybe offer their own advice as we're playing through as well. We'll see how it goes. So here we go. Here's where you start. This is the crystal. This the objective of each level is to get this crystal and take it to the exit. Now I don't know where the exit is yet. You need to find that, and that's part of the game. So, as I said, you've got one person who's running. This is my runner. Hello. And he also sets people on fire, but he gets an ability called Scamper that allows him to not get slowed down by enemies. And this guy is going to be the person who's operating everything for me. Now, he doesn't actually get operate to quite a late level, which is one of the things I think is quite poor about him, but it makes it more fun. Okay, so to begin with, you have these 3 different things, and they create you your science, your industry, and your food, which are all these bits up here. Food is what you use to level up your characters, and that unlocks some new skills and increases their stats. Science you use to research new devices, and industry is what you use to place everything that you actually place in the game. So at the moment I've only got a prisoner prod, which is it's like a little defensive item. So after opening the first room, ding ding ding, a couple of bad guys, and you can see these little marks here, 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 and here. Now those I can put prisoner prods on if I wanted to. You also get gold, dust. Sorry, not gold, and you use that to power rooms. So as I get more dust, you'll see I gain more little nodules, and each nodule allows me to power 1 single room. You can power them on and off to change things. Bad guys do not spawn in a room where you've powered. Now, each of these only generates you industry, or science, or food for every door you open. So you want to make sure you're building them early, not late, otherwise you end up not gaining back the resources for them. I will say build a food replicator right early on. I prefer building an industry generator just to generate me some industry, because I always make sure I clear the first map. Because you don't need to clear every zone. You only need to find the exit and get out. So I can now research this. Tear gas is incredible. Dust field generator is alright. I don't like most of the weapons personally, so I will go with that. But remember, guys. Okay, here we go. So, different events happened. This room got powered without me powering it, which is helpful. Now, what level? So, what I normally do with this guy is I will put nearly all my points into my engineer up to the point when he can generate me, because he can operate modules. So, what that means is, see this industry generator here, it increases my industry up here by +3. Once I gain him the ability to do it himself, he can operate them, and that will grant a massive bonus to the amount that he earns. You also get items. This one gives me extra defense, which will go on my squishy little pyro. Yeah, that's seeming to make sense so far, Chase. Anything horrible that I've forgotten to mention?
No, I'm big on industry first over food.
Yep. Now, some people say like it's worth placing another one quite early on to get some food in as well, but I'm not doing that right now because I've already quite a few rooms in. I don't know how big this map is, so I'm a little bit worried that would be a waste of my resources.
You might want to explain what food's for as well.
Oh yeah, so food, you see he's lit up green, that allows you to level them up. So the amount of food, and food increases each time you progress people till they level up as well. And soon I'm going to run out of gold, dust even, so I won't be able to power every room. Like now I can't power every room. So now what I'll do is I'll set up a defensive place. Let's see what he's selling with. He's selling with industry, which is a bit annoying, because I need that right now. There you go, I've unlocked my first active ability. So his one allows him to hide from monsters, which you've only used, allowing him to defend an area and repair while he's in there. Right. So that's the exit, which is marked by a little green running man. So what I could do is I could pick up my crystal now and leg it to the exit, but I don't want to, because I want to make more money and more XP and more everything else. So I'm going to keep exploring down this way. And I'm going to bring them back so they'll fight here. Normally, if it starts looking rough, I can then start placing some defensive items to keep me going. Now, different bad guys have different priority, so those crystals will always go for your crystal, and if they get that, then you're game over basically. And neither of these are great fighters at this level either, which doesn't help. I'm probably going to need to build some defense. So I said earlier about research is being useful. I'd researched something called tear gas, which is this one. And what it does is it's damage the mob per second to everything that's in the room. The most important bit is it divides their defense, which is massive.
Just for reference, on floor 1, it's normally between 11 and 16 rooms.
Cool. That I didn't know. Thank you very much.
So you can actually work out mathematically, for those of you that are min-maxers, whether it's worth putting down another module or not. Depending on how many doors you've opened.
So you see now all the laser beams are firing, the poison's going off, everything's being set on fire by my pyro, and it's all working out nicely. Now what you'd normally try and do is try and light your way up so that you can get all the way up from where you are up to your exit in a safe manner. So I'm not going to open this door because right now they're all being funneled because monsters can't open doors until a lot later. And when they can open doors you get a marker telling you which door they're going for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kite these ones slowly all the way back. He's really good at that because of the way he works, doing damage over time. I really want the mobsters to appear over here. They can only spawn in dark rooms, so you have a lot of control on how the way they progress. Right. So the other important things to be aware of is that you control... He's not dying, is he? No. I'm going to level him up to 2 now because I want to run with it, and that gets him scamper so he doesn't get slowed down, which is really important when you're running the crystal. Is you can now, like, when you zoom out, you can choose how you're lighting everything up. So if I do it this way, I know that all the monsters are going to appear from up here or down there. So you can choose how the monsters... You can choose the direction the monsters are going to come from and how you want to defend yourself. Now, what I want to do is open this door first.
Did you mention about the fact that monsters won't spawn in the room if you've got a hero in it?
Oh yeah, monsters don't spawn in the room with a hero in it, and they don't spawn in a room with light. How do I do this?
So yeah, if you don't have enough dust to power every room, you can stand a hero in it if you don't want someone spawning somewhere.
Right. No one spawned. Okay, that's good. Because what I want to do is I want to do this. Reason being is what I'm going to do is I'm going to run with the crystal, and then I'm going to down here, and I'm going to run up here. And I'm hoping he's quick enough to make it. The crystal slows you down a lot, and then I'll have a stand here while I defend, and he'll hold off the onrushing hordes. Hopefully long enough for me to get my crystal to the end. There's no guarantee either way. And now, once you're at this stage, bad guys all start swarming in, and they seriously just constantly swarm.
If you put your non-runner in the exit room, you can depower the exit room to save your power for another room.
Fair point.
A bit late now, right?
It's okay. I want him there anyway, because he's I haven't really got much in the way of damage at the moment either, and I don't want to... I like to defend for a few seconds if I can. When you kill bad guys, they drop bits and pieces as well. Normally gold, dust. Right, so you can see I can leave now and sacrifice my poor engineer. I'm not going to. I'm going to take him along with me. And then some people have different conversations and things that they unlock if they're together. Like if you have all 4 of the Team Fortress 2 characters, they have their own special conversation, and that gets a different colour. And there you go. So that's the basic level. Now, let's choose. One of the hardest bits of this game is sometimes it can absolutely screw you by walking down the wrong way. Everything's adapted in different ways. It's all random. This is science. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them... Oh no, he uses a spear, but I don't really want to waste my science just yet. I'd like tear gas free, but I need 26, so I'm going to have to open another door first. So, the numbers are how much you get for every door that you open. Right, I need to get my food up and running now, so I'm going to go in on that straight away. And 1 to 3 is a nice upgrade. As I said, it's one of the best defensive items in the game. Went in there with the wrong person. Was lit already. I'm going to get some science generating as well, because I'm very low on it. And I've got a nice stockpile of industry. What's in the box? Neither of them use that. Right, level up. Now he's got operate. Okay, so this means that he can basically use an item and dramatic after one door. Like, watch how much food I'm earning at the moment. It's +9. If I open, and now +15. That's pretty lucky. Now, what I really want to do is set up a base defense around here, because that will stop them coming out from that room, and give me a once I've sealed that room off, I've got a nice and easy way to escape from like all the sections here. so this should be quite an easy level. How do I want to do this? Some bad guys will go after your items into your buildings. I'm going to trust them not to right now. Okay, so now I'm going to leave him there operating. Unfortunately, he makes a lot of noise, which is pretty annoying. Nature of the beast. Right. Prison soap. Okay, I'm gonna do the same here because I don't want them to start coming out of here and attacking straight from my core. Once that goes, if that gets broken, that's how you lose the game. I still have a decent amount of industry, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Okay, so that is another hero. So you group for food, it's generally worthwhile. So now I can set her up here to be able to start defending this section. And more helpful, she uses a machine gun I picked up, which makes life a little bit easier. Okay. So now she'll sit there and fight, and I can use her to defend myself against. It's a lot of monsters. Set them on fire. Yeah. We need some more here. You can also heal. You see the little green arrow, green plus symbol appear on the top right. You can use food to heal them. So while that comes in handy, it has some major problems, which is that you've just wasted your food, on which can be used to permanently upgrade your heroes. So even though this room's connected to that room, as long as I don't, oh no, as long as I do not open the door, they can't go walk straight in there. Mind me? What's she get? I don't think I've really played with her before. Oh cool, she's got operate. That's awesome. So now I've got... I can now have her operating another room as well.
She buffs turrets as well from one of her skills.
Awesome. She's not what I'm used to. Neurostun is another of the most important upgrades in the game. Neurostun slows the mobs down, which as you can imagine is pretty damn important. You can also upgrade your industry generators and like. I don't often. I know some people do, but I am not a massive fan of it just from the nature, because this you get so much more from wit than you do from, which is their stat here, than you do from the small upgrades themselves. Occasionally you'll see, like on Silence, like I chose one of the upgrades earlier, that up this from 1 to 3. So you get quite a lot of things like that, and I always go from if they're going to be giving you multiple single one-off payment. Woo! Keep running. Oh dear. Oh, just in time. That could have got a lot worse. So I can make it... So basically what I'm doing here is I'm making a line that they're going to be travelling along to get to me. And that makes me a lot stronger. They'll take a lot more damage. They have a line of death to walk through. I could add some here as well, but what I really want is one of the snare ones. But I don't have, I haven't unlocked that yet, but it should be long, because the research takes time equal to the number of doors you're opening as well, so hopefully that explains some of that. Well, that's it, done. So that was a bit of a waste. It's alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here. Hopefully he's not going to die on the way. and I'm going to start running the crystal all the way up. What I should have done is wait to heal him, but I'm pretty confident he can make it up there, because I've got a lot of stuff on the way, and I could have put Neurostone nodules to slow him down as well. You can get achievement just making a whole section of death and just waiting, and you'll kill so many bad guys on the way, you get the achievement as well. There's quite a few achievements in this game, but I'm not going to sit here and explain them all to you because they will take forever. So you can see they're coming through, they walk down the corridors, they're taking constant damage, and they could have carried on doing that same technique all for every room up to the exit. If you ever get the exit at the end of a long corridor, it makes life so much easier because you've got a lot of you've got a lot of extra defense. I haven't seen some of these little C messages before. I think this will be the last map I'll do for you, because basically after this it's just continuing with that. Now I want to level up my people, so I'm going to put a food replicator in this room. Who's got the highest wit? Oh, sorry. You always know who's got the highest wit, because whoever's got the highest wit will be the person who operates. Ooh, that was a screw up. I meant to set those two as group 1, not all 3 of them. For later floors, it gets a lot harder. So you'll find out that this is useful actually. I'll explain what this does in a second. So it becomes really important to stockpile as many resources as you can, because that allows you to have more resources on the other levels where you're not going to be opening up every single door. This can sometimes be awesome and sometimes be terrible. Now the Stell loses health each turn, so it's only going to last for 8 doors, but they all do different things. Some are positive, some are negative. They can make it so you don't earn any gold dust at all from rooms. You can earn dust from killing people, or it can completely change the way the game works, and they're random and you never know what you're going to be getting. Oh, I picked poorly. Oh, it's powered at least. Okay, shopkeeper, what you got? I think I'm good right now. Okay, dead end. That's unfortunate. But it's power. Oh, that's the exit. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. See, with 2 operators, I'm getting a lot of resources. There's some heroes who can operate. They've got quite low wit, but what they offer you is they're very tough and have a lot of defensive skills, and they're really important to get. They can they can hold off the hordes for you to do everything else you need to do. I thought I'd done that one, but obviously not. So you can't do research without finding the strange blue triangular thing I had earlier. You can see now I'm leveling up my heroes, which makes a big difference. So you unlock new abilities. Everyone's got their own one. Spare mag. Wit -1, don't matter to wit, and they get extra attack, which is really strong for him because he can't use a weapon. One of the weaknesses of the pyro, when a lot of people do have proper weapons, you have to make up for it by using mechanics and devices for him. I don't really know any of these heroes' skills very well. So I'm kind of guessing as I play. You can look them up on the wiki, but I do think it's more fun to kind of learn it the hard way. Now hopefully this is no extra exit. Oh no? Okay. So I can leave this door shut. Another steal. Okay. So that means that my hero is now much tougher, but my crystal is a lot weaker. Which should be fine, because I have this long corridor that I'm kiting people all the way back through. I think I'm gonna... No, I'll save that in case I get an unlock in a minute. I'm going to do this because I'm curious what it gets. Oh, he gets Scamper as well. Okay, that's interesting. Scamper is really important for whoever your crystal carrier is and whoever you're using to explore rooms. If the monsters could slow me down, whoever I was using to explore these would have probably died 4 or 5 times over already. So it's something to be aware of. He does have Scamper, which is why he's being quite so effective what he's doing. Tower of Hats. Okay, that's a new one. Bloody Snowman. Oh, okay, wow. That's pretty good. So his he gets extra attack for each enemy that's in there, which is really nice. As I said, he doesn't gain because you can't increase his attack power the normal way. Anything like that is just so powerful for him because his special ability is obviously setting people to damage. Also seems to set himself on fire, but yeah, you have to accept those. Another chest. It's been a lucky level. A hand vacuum. Oh, pickpocket, is that... Okay, so that increases the chance of getting loot from monsters, so that'll be good on my... it's probably more useful than that. So you can only keep a certain amount of items on your backpack, something I didn't mention earlier, and they will take with you to each floor. Anything else gets lost, so obviously it's not a problem at the moment, haven't really got enough items. But I've given her a chance to get dust from mobs she kills, which is very useful. Whoop. That fire damage is so strong. Okay, so that's the research item I mentioned earlier. I'm going to upgrade my prisoner prods. I like prisoner prods because they're very cheap, and you can get them quite high level for very little income from research. Ow. Okay. I get him to... so leveling up cost a vast amount more each level. So and each different heroes had different costs as well, and you see that you get pack of dogs for some guys, and in fact all of mine are pack of dogs right now. So like you're kind of split into different factions, and some are pack of dogs, and somehow are they're prisoners, office workers, and something else. Not office workers, ship people. Oh dear. Right.
Yeah, there's prisoners, natives.
That's it.
Is the third one.
Holy
Prisoners,
crap.
guards, and natives.
Run, 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 run. Wow, that was rough.
And yeah, the food costs are based off their class,
Yep.
depending on whether they're a prisoner or a native and don't.
Okay, so that showed me I probably need to... I think I'm probably nearly done on this map. Probably only a few more rooms left, so I'm gonna... not gonna add much more. Another 2 prisoner pods and we'll call it there. Generally one of the best things you can do is use neurostun modules and tear gas or weapons or whatever on a long line, and that slows them all down and lets you just constantly beat on them. Thing you need to be aware of though is that some bad guys later on will attack your modules, so it's depending on each level has different mix of what's on it. That's really good. Okay, I'm going to guess that's the last door. Which means that if you've already got something researching... Oh dear. One of his special abilities, he can make himself invulnerable to damage, but I'm not going to go over abilities because they're different to everyone. So he takes no damage while that's happening. He gets floating little rainbows! But they still take damage from his damage over time abilities. But every character has their own range of skills and abilities, and you never know who you're going to get, so it would take... I could make an entire YouTube series about different character skills. Right, okay. So there you go, my money is on this as the last room. And if it is the last room that you're doing your research in, all your research is automatically completed, which is really nice. So I should get... Yeah, prisoner prod upgrade 2. I'm gonna run, because that's quite a few bad guys. My prisoner prod's got upgraded, so doing a lot more damage, which makes things a little bit easier as well. So what I've done there is I've done that so that I've got extra run time from here to here, because the monsters can only appear in the dark spaces. And I can now choose a little bit of research as well, because whatever I choose to research in this one will then be automatically finished when I pick up the crystal. Which makes life a little bit easier. I was trying to do before there was many angry people there. Now that's mechanical powers. Like, I know a lot of people love, but I'm not sure about. I don't know what you think about them. They do operate, but they only add one wit, which isn't very much, but they're quite cheap to build. I haven't really used them that much because you can't. Once you upgrade them, they become a lot more useful, especially if you're doing a run where you don't have anyone with operate. But maybe not. I'm going to build a food replicator 2. I think. Should I just go for nothing?
I'm not a big fan of mechanical powers, so I would upgrade to food replicator.
Yeah. I know some people really like them, but unless I've just had no luck and I've gone with a random build. Is everything done? Yep. Nearest stun module 3 is going to be amazing. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to run around all the hard way, because when I pick up the crystal, the door will open. So I'm going to get to watch him go. So there's a drink break. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a nice and easy wander out, because there's no way anyone's going to come close to me on the way out here. Last door opens, all my research gets finished, and there's the wonderful area in the middle which will cause a lot of damage on the people as we're leaving anyway. Nice and simple. And there you go. So you can see how much you get slowed down when using it. You can't use any abilities while you're carrying a crystal or attack. Okay, so that was Dungeon of the Endless. I hope that helped you understand the basics of kind of what you're doing. If you've got any questions, comment on the video, guys, and I'll happily try and answer them in the next video I do. Me and Jason here, who has been the guy offering a little bit of insight, I'm going to try and do a co-op one where we'll try and play it a little bit more competitively, and we'll see what you think of that. We'll probably split into sections because you don't really want to watch a 4-hour video of Dungeon Endless unless you're incredibly hardcore. But we'll show it through, and if there's something in particular you want to see, something you particularly want us to explain, understand, please just let us know. Until then, I'm going to see how long I can I can risk the monsters for. Not that long, I don't think. And there we go. This game is hardcore. If you do lose, you lose it, and it saves over the top of you. So you've got to be aware of that. But you can save and exit. Thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been IV Gaming. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that jazz. Thanks very much, guys, and see you later.
Bye bye.